Texas back in Bama territory. Ewers from the pocket. Now he'll loft one downfield. A ton of air. Running underneath it. Worthy's got it for a touchdown.
Quick toss and Xavier Worthy. Worthy's still up. The burner. The sideline. He's tough. He's fast. He's Xavier Worthy. Top score.
I'm Alex Johnson. This is Yards Per Fantasy, and today we're talking Texas wide receiver Xavier Worthy. We're going to dive into his background and college career, discuss the positives and negatives in his prospect profile, try to determine his dynasty value, and if and where you should target him in your rookie drafts. Xavier Worthy, he's a wide receiver from Texas. He's a junior. He's going to turn 21 years old on draft weekend, and he's listed at 6'1", 172 pounds. Xavier Worthy is a product of Central East High School in Fresno, California. There he excelled in track and field as well as football. Worthy had nearly 1,000 yards and 16 touchdowns on 55 catches as a junior. And then his senior season was canceled due to COVID, but he still managed to gain a 4-star grade as a recruit. Worthy was ranked as the number 12 wide receiver in the nation in the 2021 recruiting class and the number 7 overall player in the state of California. He received a number of offers from major programs like Alabama, Michigan, Auburn, and Georgia, just to name a few. Xavier Worthy originally committed to Michigan, but he changed his mind and went to Texas, where he made a major splash from day one. He played in 12 games and he set multiple school freshman records. He passed Roy Williams, remember him from the Lions and the Cowboys? He passed him for the most receiving yards by a freshman in Texas history with 981 and touchdowns with 12. And that came on 62 receptions. It's a freshman. And along the way, Xavier Worthy also set the Texas freshman record for receiving yards in a single game with 261 against Oklahoma. And that impressive campaign resulted in Big 12 Offensive Freshman of the Year for Xavier Worthy. Now, his numbers did take a little bit of a hit while playing the same number of games in his sophomore season. Worthy finished 2022 with 59 receptions for 757 yards and 8 touchdowns. He still managed, though, to earn second team All Big 12. The 2023 season was a step up for Xavier Worthy. In 14 games, he hauled in 75 passes for 1,014 yards, and he scored 5 touchdowns. And he added another 35 yards on the ground on 4 rush attempts. Worthy also contributed in the return game as he did throughout his career. In fact, he was named second team All-American as a returner in 2023. Xavier Worthy leaves school with the second highest punt return average for both a career and a single season in Texas school history. He also ranked 6th in career receptions, 4th in career receiving yards, and 3rd in touchdowns. And that's according to the school's website. But let's talk about the positives, the things that we like in Xavier Worthy's profile. The first is his speed. This is what this guy is known for. He's gonna run fast at the NFL Combine. He's explosive, and no surprise, he's a vertical threat. He's got alignment versatility, meaning he can line up all over the formation and remain effective. He's a good route runner. He's got great ball tracking skills, but really pairs well with that speed and explosion down the field. He can be a big playmaker as a deep threat. Xavier Worthy made an immediate impact as a freshman. We love these guys who come in and produce at an early age. And in that same vein is his age 18 breakout, which is phenomenal. Breakout age has been known to be a solid predictor of NFL production. And then he had 42 career kick and punt returns, with 1 punt return taken back for a touchdown. This shows his versatility and playmaking ability, and that the coaches identified him as one of their elite playmakers. On the negative side, Xavier Worthy has an undersized frame. He's got good height, but he's skinny. But we've seen undersized guys like Jordan Addison, Tank Dell, and Devontae Smith translate to the NFL with no problem in recent seasons. But that lack of size does come into play for his press and against physical defenders. Xavier Worthy struggles against both of those, and he's often tackled on first contact. This is not a yak guy outside of just outrunning defenders. He also struggles in contested situations, not a guy you want to throw to in traffic. He also has some focus drops that can be cleaned up. And then Xavier Worthy averaged 2.14 yards per team pass attempt in 2023. We really need this to be closer to 3. And he had a 22.5% dominator rating. Dominator rating measures how much of the passing offense the wide receiver accounted for. 30% is the baseline of good. Xavier Worthy falls well short of that. To me, this is the biggest red flag on his profile. Why is he not commanding a larger share of this offense? Before we get into my NFL comp and draft projection for Xavier Worthy, if you're liking this video and you find it at all valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll be making content like this for as many of these incoming prospects as I can between now and the NFL draft. You can find even more content, including my rookie rankings, at yardsperfantasy.com. For archetype for Xavier Worthy, I have him as a speed wide receiver. We know this guy is explosive. We know he's going to be a deep threat, and his game is centered around that speed. My NFL comp for him is Jameson Williams, and I expect him to come off the board probably in the early second round, but he could slide into the back half of the first. The bottom line is the first thing that comes to mind when talking about Xavier Worthy is speed. The dude is a burner. He has elite wheels and acceleration. He will light up the NFL combine, and he could very well be the fastest wide receiver in this 2024 draft class. The exciting thing is, though, he can control that speed and run quality routes in the short and intermediate areas of the field, as well as being a vertical demon. And Worthy has the versatility to line up in different positions across the formation, which is going to allow NFL play callers to fully maximize his role and to find matchup advantages. The glaring concern in Worthy's profile, though, is his size. He's working with a thin frame, and he's gonna be lucky if he cracks 170 pounds when he weighs in at the combine. And unsurprisingly, that does show up in his game with struggles versus press coverage and physical defenders. He also struggles in contested situations, and he's not exactly a tackle breaking machine after the catch. Worthy projects as a complementary playmaker at the NFL level. He's not a guy who's going to command a high volume of targets, but he's going to operate as a team's primary vertical threat while also offering value in the screen game and on some intermediate routes as well. And we know that game-breaking speed is going to keep defensive coordinators and safeties on their toes at all times. Xavier Worthy will likely hear his name in the early stages of the second round of the NFL draft. It would not be a surprise, though, if he sneaks up as high as pick 25 of the first round if a team falls in love with that speed. In Dynasty, Xavier Worthy is worthy of a pick in the late first, early second round of Dynasty rookie drafts. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked that video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment what you thought about this content. We want to hear your feedback. And if you want more from Yards Per Fantasy, just go to our website, yardsperfantasy.com, or download the Yards Per Fantasy app. We have rankings, trade calculators, articles, rookie grades, podcasts, and on and on and on and on. And join our Discord community for personalized fantasy football advice. Link is right on the website. I'll even put it in the description. I look forward to connecting with you. Thank you for your support.